Thokozani bazalwane. Ngiyathemba ukuthi ngiyaphila. Yeah. It's been a hard period. So ngihlala nje nge-order ngendlela. Alright, ngiyavusela nje kunina nonke. Ngithi amen kubathandazi. Ngithi nje bayede esinyangeni. Ngiyanibingelela nonke ukwehlukana kwenu. Mina Makhosi Thandi. Gatsheni boya benyathi ubusungu som. Hayibo. Ubusungu somlulu. I don't even know what's going on with me. Umpango uzingelwayo. Nina abantu basedle ekhaya ngoluthola ubulusi sothi uzolusa into omntamazane. Makwande. Nani bomthana bathi bothi amadoda. Nani bomakhanya bongunogumedo kophathwa koqoqo yena ngezitha nje. Ngiyaphaphatha. Yeah, it's been. All my chickens are coming to play. Anyway, I took so long to do this video, mainly because I think I've been having questions within myself, about a lot when it comes to isimo sam skamoya, isimo sam sokholwa. Because I think sengivivinyo kakhulu in life, and I always try ukuthi ngibe umuntu othatha isikhathi, like I take my time in order to have introspection, ngijule nje impela, and gain understanding. Yeah, a lot has happened, and I will be speaking on the lot that has happened. I will be speaking on everything after these two videos. Ngoba I think enjoying shilo le ngizobe ngidigida namhlanje isimo sesithunywa, ngikhuluma phezu kwesithunywa, and then my next video is gonna deal with umsam. Yeah, so I the third video that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna be dealing with certain situations and explaining, because I have opened my life, I've opened my heart, I've opened isikhodlo sami to you guys, I've opened my ndumba to you guys, and so I think it's just that I continue to be open and honest about everything that transpires and happens ngaphansi kwaleli ekhaya. Having said that, I just want to thank those that have bought Ukwaiwa Laikaya, and I'm so happy with the feedback. Yeah, I'm really happy. The inquiries in terms of senu tasty lenjempela, now also it's the one. So I'm appreciative. Those that continue to support us, like and all that we do, as we grow. Also, my website is up. So laba nje abangafuna ukuhlola but abazi ukuthi bahloshwa izini, the website is up, so ningafika in order into zenu enifisa ukuyisebenzisa ngaphansi kwaleli that come from leli khaya, and it's www.makhosithandi.co.za, and then what else? Oh, and those that want to, because those that want to book their consultations, like don't phone me and be like, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, you send a WhatsApp on 081-548-4108. You can call, but sometimes we don't answer because CPs. So you can call, but mainly just WhatsApp, or send a text message, SMS, and then we'll respond accordingly. so that you can book your consultation, right, or your cleansers. But you can also book your cleansers via the website as well. So let me get that out the way. And ngithi nje ameni ngiphakamisa izandla to our new member. So I will be posting private videos on the community for the members only. Nalaba abafuna ukuthi andifuna uconsulta but ngifuna ukuhlaziyela izinto nifuna for me to speak about certain things, then yeah, I will post those things in the members community. So nje ngithi thank you so much nje for the love. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Ngiyanithanda nje impela ngenhliziyo yami yonke. Ngiyakhuluma and ngiyacabanga at the same time. So I just want to speak on indaba yesithunywa before ngingene evesini, right? Bazalwane, you need to understand there are 3 categories. Khona umuntu number 1 onedlozi onesithunywa, right? That is something that's very important to understand. Not wonke umuntu uzoba nedlozi nesithunywa. Yabona. Idlozi liyakhona ukuthi libambisane nesithunywa. But idlozi liyenze ukuthi libe more dominant than isithunywa sakho. Right? When that happens, isithunywa sidinga ukuthi masiphakanyiswe sisetshenzwe ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi sifike ezingeni ledlozi. And mengithi ukuthi sisetshenzwe, I mean in the sense ukuthi fanele gcile ezimeni that empower isithunywa. And that includes khona abanye abantu ithunywa zabo require them to ukuthi bazile ukudla, right? So for example njalo la ekhaya isuku lesithunywa is Wednesday and Sunday, right? So uthola ukuthi ngolesithathu wena nje awudli, uyathandaza. Ikhathi zokuthandaza ziba u4 mekuthi ngiphosisi, ne? U3 wasekuseni, u6 wasekuseni, u12 wasemini lunchtime 12, u6 wantambama, u6 wantambama lo ukuyisikhathi sempepho, right? Oh, it's 5. And then bese kuba ke u12 wasebusuku, so midnight. So the hours are 5, uthandaza ka 5. So that's 3 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 12 in midday, and then 6 p.m. and then 12 a.m. So khuleka ka 5. Awudli lapho ubopha ibhande, uphuza amanzi, you drink water, you are praying. Khona ithunywa that need things like that. Then with the praying also mokuthi udlukhamba lesithunywa, ne? Kunokhamba that is specific to ithunywa. Yabona, meku umuntu ohamselana nedlozi. So if njengami, if you're like me, we unedlozi unesithunywa, then uzodinga ukhamba lesithunywa. That because angithi ngala udla umuthi wedlozi, ngala uzodla ke nomuthi wesithunywa, so that these two are working hand in hand, right? Then there's that. Then there's also ukuthi uhamba amanzi that are specific to ithunywa nedlozi together, and that is ulwandle. Ulwandle mogeza kulona luhlambulula idlozi, lihlambulula isithunywa. Then there's impophoma. Impophoma deals with isithunywa more, but nedlozi liyakhona ukuthi lihlambululeka because kunesiba empophomeni, right? Kunesiba sempophomo. So uqala uhlambululwe lapho, ugezwe lapho, uhlambulula idlozi, and then bese kuyohlambulula empophomeni. So that's a waterfall, right? Those are the main areas for iDlozi nesithunywa combined. Then there's an occasion whereby mokuthi isithunywa sakho sifuna ukuya entabeni uyothandaza entabeni, then fanele ubuye ubese ugeza emfuleni. That combines iDlozi nesithunywa, right? So those are the instances when it comes to umuntu onedlozi nesithunywa. Lisetshenzwa kanjalo iDlozi nesithunywa. Uyaphahla, uyathandaza together. So ufika uphahle ngokuthi ukhuluma empepheni, ushaya ukhamba lakho mekuthi umuntu oshaya ukhamba, and then you make sure while you're doing that your candles are lit. So ukhuluma empepheni, amakhandlela kodwa ayakhanya. Moqeda ukhuluma empepheni uyathandaza. Or you can start by praying first and then bese ukhuluma empepheni. That is the structure. Mokuthi usebenza isithunywa sakho ukuze siphakame. Okay. So that's when it comes to umuntu onedlozi nesithunywa. Then kunomuntu onesithunywa kuphela. That means when you are not a person olashwa ngemithi, you are not a person odila nezinto ezihlangene nokhamba. Yabo. You're not a person that dwells in those things. And so what do you then do? You do the prayer sessions, right? You do the prayer sessions 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 12 p.m. during lunch, 6 p.m. and 12 a.m. at midnight. You do your prayers, uyazila ukudla, you do those things, uhamba amanzi, but awuyena umuntu oshaya umuthi. You don't deal with umuthi. And that's why even mina red flags bazalana ngifuna ukudlala ngayo. If umuntu omthandazi or umprofeti or isithunywa kuphela, they haven't abakaze badla ukhamba, abakaze mhlambe badla igobongo or anything like that touches on abantu abadala or iDlozi. If a person hasn't gone through those processes and then bathi bazokuthwasisa or they say that bazokwenzela igobongo, those are red flags, because umuntu oyisithunywa kuphela, that means by definition umuthi abawuthinti. Anything that says umuthi, that says ukhamba, that's not their WhatsApp group, abangeni lapho, that's not their department. Yabo. So anybody that says bawumthandazi, bawumprofeti, but they've never undergone any process or badla umuthi that deals with abantu abadala, as well as then dealing with iDlozi, as well as dealing with isithunywa, that person has no business playing with into zedlozi. Yabo into ezabangoma. So you have umuntu kanjalo omthandazi kuphela. They'll never even have ujazi that indicates abantu abadala. The things will mainly be like plain white, or they'll have like blue, or they'll have like various things. Izembatho, but ehlele esithunyweni they won't have isembatho esilele edlozini. If they have isembatho that has a combination of a representation of iDlozi or abantu abadala and a representation of isithunywa, that person usually has a bit of both. Because you also then get umuntu, a third category. You get umuntu that has a calling, yokuba umthandazi, but they also have like with my kids. With my kids, as a parent that is a sangoma, my kids can either become healers themselves in terms of ukubi zangoma, or they can become abathandas. But because they stem from healers, or a healer like me, they'll have abatabadala. So then what do they need to do? Then badle igobongo labo. When they're done with the igobongo labo, baphakamisa ithunywa, and uthola ukuthi they just meant ukuthi mhlawumbe one of my kids will be meant to only work as umthandazi. Yabo. But udlile igobongo. Then my child, that particular child, the only thing that they can do when it comes to izinto ezihlangane namadlozi nabantu abadala is do igobongo for somebody else. They can't do anything post igobongo. When it comes to healing, Yabo, and dealing with things. I hope I'm explaining this very clearly, right? So bahambe baphele lapho, you know, and then you'll have people that just have iDlozi but enjoy church, enjoy praying. There's nothing wrong with that, but to then say to somebody, Uguti, you know, unesithunywa, when they don't have it, there are people that genuinely don't have isithunywa. They genuinely don't have it. It's not their thing. But it's not to say because onasisithunywa you can't be a prayerful person. It's not to say ukuthi because you're not meant to also be umthandazi that you can't be a prayerful person. Ungabi sangoma enganasithunywa. Ungaba inyanga enganasithunywa. You can be a healer that doesn't have isithunywa, but it's not to say because onasisithunywa you shouldn't pray. It doesn't say because onasisithunywa that now God is a non-factor in your life. Cha. Unkulunkulu. Inyanga enkulu ephethe zonke inyanga ezulwini nasemhlabeni. Yabo. There's only one God. You know, so we mustn't act like because mhlambe okay umuntu olele edlozini kuphela or into akhilela kwabadala kuphela that now it just diminishes the fact that there's a God and that we should pray. Khona amandla ekuthandazeni ekukhulekeni, and we mustn't take that away. So I hope I'm clear and you guys are gaining a little bit of understanding, because this thing ends up being very confusing. Because also you need to understand when it comes to healing, I've had so many people come here and then I give them a wash or I give them stuff and then they're like, oh, I've used this before, it never worked for me. But who gave it to you? Yabo. Who gave it to you? Like you, just like kunempande kumuthi, there's also impande eswashweni. The person that gives you iswasho needs to be gifted iwasho. You know, the person that is gifted, just like, okay, you get people that specialize that specialize in healing, you know, what can I make an example of? Ukulapha inhlane. Khona abantu that specialize in ukulapheni inhlane. Khona abantu that specialize kumsam. There are people that specialize in ekulapheni ukuthi if umuntu ongabathola abantwana. There are things like that uthola ukuthi if all else fails, but know that that person can heal this ngendlela ongekuqala uyi-understand, you know. Ngisho nomthusi ulahle ithemba, but they can heal this because banempande yakhona, baphiwa impande yakhona. When we speak of impande, we speak of things like that are specific to a clan, that are specific to a particular healer, right? And all of us have different impande. Just like even itwasa methunywa like twasa, you know, there's something specific in impande both of them, they need that as a collective. And no twasa that never completed like you know, can use impande. That thing is specific to me, and it's a gift from my ancestors, it's a gift from my clan. But if umuntu etwasa like and they complete the journey, my gift to them is a gift from my ancestors to their ancestors, saying, okay, buzo vusa impande yako like now you are getting the gift of also our impande, that you can heal the things that we heal. Alright, so impande into kanjalo, nasaswashoni into kanjalo, and you have to understand how you function eDlozini will be an indicator of how you'll function esithunyweni. Iwasho need to be gifted to you by your ancestors. Mina iwasho ngilapha ngazo like you won't see all those washos. I know you go to certain people's in Dumbas and you'll find zonke iwasho. No, you don't like we don't have that. I have specific iwasho that are shown to me, and then there's also iwasho that ushabalala, you know, has been shown to use, or like they have been indicators, okay, these are what we need you to be using. Then you'll also find those, because we heal together, right? uzoyithola la ekhaya uzoyiwasha, because those already washo esaphiwa zona abadala bakithi, ithunywa zethu ezathi this is how you will heal, people. Nazi washo that are coming from us. So those are the washos that I'm going to have, and then I give to people. I have iThunywa that has consistently dreamt of ukuthandazela amanzi. Alright, so that will be, yes, mase photulile impande uzokwazi ukuthi alaphe ngewasho because uyilandile impande yala ekhaya. But also she has the added gift of being able to pray on water, give it to people, and it will be able to heal things inside of them or within their lives. So khona abantu abalapha ngewasho, khona abantu abalapha ngamanzi, where they pray on water. And then there are people that will get water from specific places like amanzi asolwandle or amanzi asemfuleni or amanzi asempophomeni, of which is also something that we do like higher, where we'll gather the different bodies of water, because iDlozi lamanzi as well. So we'll gather the different bodies of water, siwakhulekele sisonke like higher, and then give it to people to heal them. So kunabantu that work like that as well, where they use water to heal. And then I had my grandfather that has usashona, he was gifted the ability to pray on you. He was gifted the ability to pray on you, and then ukhona. Right? So there are people that won't give you anything tangible or bakunike into ephathekayo ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi ulapheke, but bazokukhulekela bese bakutshela ukuthi phinda ubuye ngosuku lokuthi ukhulekele. Ulokhu ukhulekelo nje uhambela umthandazo, izinto zakho ikhanye. So there are people that are gifted like that, like my grandfather, that he would just pray for you and things would happen. Akwazi ukuthi akukhulekisa amadimoni akhasha hambe abaleke. So you need to also understand ukuthi what it is that person is gifted in that is healing you. Because my thing is, when you come to me for prayer, for example, and I'm not gifted in prayer, then I won't be able to heal you through prayer. But if you come to me and I'm gifted in iwash, I'll be able to heal you through iwash. So you have to understand the different ways of healing when it comes to isiThunywa. Not all isiThunywas do the same thing. I may dress like this, but I do certain things. You may dress like this, but you do other things that are different to me. Izembatho. You need to honestly understand this. Izembatho do not carry your power. Izembatho, or what your ancestors or your isiThunywa sakho, ingelosi yakho, your angel will show you that, hey, I need this. It will help me be able to do this job better. So it amplifies your gift, but it doesn't carry your gift. That's why isembatho siyaphakanyiswa amandla aso. And how do you do that? Siyaphahlelwa, siyathandazelwa. So you either go to a church, and the church that deals with imimoya. So for example, a Zion church, njengalaikhaya thina siyiZion, or ekuphakameni kaShembe, So those are the churches that I know of that work with isimo sikamoya, that don't try and hinder, because I've heard of a lot of churches, of which I won't mention here, but a lot of churches that will say, no, we need to shut down iDlozi and only function with isiThunywa, right? And things like that, I will tell you, is witchcraft. You can't, how can you tell me a piece of me needs to be shut down? Because at the end of the day, you are in your wholesome, all that you embody has to be accepted. If a church only wants to accept a part of you and not all of you, that church is not right. Because church teaches us acceptance. It teaches us godliness. And how is it godly if it says, no, you cannot be this way? That's not godly. That's not an indication of God. And I always say in everything that we do, we need to indicate ukuthi cha lo muntu uhamba noNkulunkulu, lo muntu uhamba nomoya oyingcwele, which is gonna help with the verse that we'll be speaking on today. But yeah, those are the churches that I know that ekwazi ukuthi mayiphakamisa isembatho. So bayazithandazela, but noma bathandazela amanzi bayichela ngamanzi athandazelwe, bayibike bakukhulekise, ufike ugqoke izembatho zakho bephinda bakuthandazele khona ukuthi iphakamise. That's Zion. Or sometimes isembatho sakho needs to ukuthi siphakanyiswe emanzini, so it can be either ulwandle or esibeni, or esibeni ke mhlambe umuntu ohamba neDlozi as well, or empophomeni, or even entabeni. It's just different with everybody, you know. And another thing that I need you guys to also understand, a healer can't tell you how you function emoyeni. Your ancestors and isiThunywa sakho are supposed to be the ones that tell you how you function as a spirit. These things that you guys come here and ask me, I manje, what kind of Dlozi am I, or what kind of isiThunywa am I, or hey, bazalwane, you guys are gonna get scammed so badly because you're busy waiting for other people's ancestors to tell you about your ancestor. No. Your ancestor needs to tell you about your ancestor. Your isiThunywa needs to tell you about isiThunywa sakho. Akwazi ukuthi utshele elinye iDlozi ngeDlozi lakho, you know, because that's oppression in itself. That's saying ukuthi I'm not entrusting what my people are going to reveal to me when it's time for it to be revealed. Sometimes we are rushing things. We want things to be shown now. And we need to wait. There's a reason sometimes your ancestors won't show you things, because there are people that are waiting and guarding your dreams and guarding your visions, and are trying to, the minute something comes, by pendule, noma bayisebenze, noma bayicindezele. So don't let yourself be exposed like that. Allow your ancestors to take their time to show you things. My job is to heal you so that you are prepared for when your ancestors or ingelosi yakho or isiThunywa sakho decides to come and show you what they need to show you. Okay, so I want us to be clear on those things. I will continue to give other indicators and other things, especially in my Samo video, the things that we need to differentiate as well, so that izinto zizohamba ngendlela. Because this thing, I'm tired of seeing people scammed by choice, you know, because they're not willing to wait and let them people yabo isingisi yabo so kusifaka isingisi ey'ntweni zethu hey. Anyway, but to let their ancestors ukuthi babakhombisa izinto mhla kuyisikhathi. So I hope I'm clear. I hope you guys will gain understanding about this and bring another level of clarity when it comes to isimo isiThunywa, because isiThunywa is very sensitive. It's a child that needs to be nurtured and protected, because once it gains its strength, isiThunywa is super powerful, because siyashesha ukubona izinto. It takes a minute for isiThunywa to be able to see all that it needs to see about whatever that it needs to show you. All right. This was a verse that is very close to my heart, because it spoke about a lot of things, especially during a period in my life like Godweni, that kind of it disturbed my peace, you know. It disturbed my peace, and it disturbed it disturbed indlela esifunctiona ngayo for a certain period, because it was almost like yonke into yavele yapetuka yavelobala, you know when God and your ancestors decide to come together and just show you ukuthi lalela, this is what's happening in your home, this is what's happening in your life. It changes your perspective, especially when you weren't prepared to see what you saw, you know. So yeah, this was the verse that opened my eyes. I think it was about 3 weeks ago. But yeah, this is the verse. It's Ephesians chapter 5, ne? That whole verse. But mina ngizoyibamba la Ephesians chapter 5 verse 6. Do not let anyone deceive you with foolish words. It is because of these very things that God's anger will come upon those who do not obey him. So have nothing at all to do with such people. You yourselves used to be in the darkness, but since you have become the Lord's people, you are in the light. So you must live like people who belong to the light. For it is the light that brings a rich harvest of every kind of goodness and righteousness and truth. Try to learn what pleases the Lord. Have nothing to do with the worthless things that people do, things that belong to the darkness. Instead, bring them unto the light. It is really too shameful even to talk about the things they do in secret. And when all things are brought out in the light, then their true nature is clearly revealed. For anything that is clearly revealed becomes light. This is why it is said, and rise from death, and Christ will shine on you. So be careful how you live. Don't live like ignorant people, but like wise people. Make good use of every opportunity you have, because these are evil days. Don't be fools then, but try to find out what the Lord wants you to do. Do not get drunk with wine, which will only ruin you. Instead, be filled with the Spirit. Speak to one another with the words of psalms and sacred songs. Sing hymns and psalms to the Lord. With praise in your hearts, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, always give thanks for everything to God the Father. So ivesi lonke lelo muzoqala ka verse 6, but kahle fanele uqale ku chapter 5 verse 1. Isihloko sakhona sithi living in the light. Bazalwane ngixolela ngathi ngizovuma. Yo, of course. This verse is heavy. This verse is heavy because it literally brought a moment in my life full circle. I think a few weeks ago I had spoken about writing on suit. And I say this and then I accept people, but kahle ngisuit, you know. I live in the light, bazalwane. I live in the light. I live yonke into yami ngaphandle. You know, izolo I went to go visit my mom and we had this conversation about ukuba neqiniso. You know, ukuba neqiniso, and I try as much as possible, and I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not somebody that is without fault and without sin, but into ngiyithandazele and ngikhulekisa all the time in my heart, and I say uNkulunkulu iba nami ungcine ukuthi inhliziyo yami noma kuthiwa abantu bayipetula kanjani kodwa Nkosi ngisiza ukuthi ngingashintshi, you know. And I pray about it a lot, and I pray about it a lot because, you know, there's a part there in the verse that says these are evil days. And Gikula in my life, I think it's only now we have seen ukuthi umhlaba ubole kangakanani, ukuthi abantu babole kangakanani, ukuthi abantu izinto abazenzayo. People speak of ukuthwala like it's just nje, like a normal Tuesday. Abantu speak of ukuba nelwane like it's a normal Sunday. Abantu speak of ukudlisana like it's just nje, you know. I mean, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in ukwenza into outside of God. I don't believe on doing things outside of God. I feel like if uNkulunkulu angayibetheleli isimo sami, then who am I to try and manipulate it? if uNkulunkulu deemed it fit ukuthi umthakathi angithakathe kungabi nama repercussions, then ngubani mina to play God, you know. I think into esibulala emhlabeni sizama kakhulu kube uNkulunkulu, sizama kakhulu ukuthi sivezelana ukusa, and it's not our place. I come from extreme poverty. I come from inhlupheko ejulile, but every day I look in my life and I realized how blessed I am, whether it's not to your standard, but I look at how blessed I am because at the age I am at, ngazala ngimncane, the age that I'm at, because I had her when I was 21. Yeah, if I'm posted is 21. Ngane yami yokuqala ngayithola ngina 21. Ngasheshe ngayilamanisa 18 months later ngazala ingane yami yesibili. So nje ngumuntu owashesha wazala. And kwasiza futhi because kwashesha kwangikhulisa, you know, and angisho ukuthi abantu abashesha bazale, but I'm just saying for me it was my journey. But ngafunda into eziningi about what it means to be patient, what it means to be kind, what it means to live honestly, because kunabantu ababukayo and they are looking at you and you are setting the example of what it means to be a person or what it means to be a human. Kunabantu abanezibindi ezisabisa ngisho uSathane uqobo ukubona ukuthi la akuyena uSathane ogidagida la umuntu, and no uyena uqobo uSathane. You know, there are people that walk ubona ukuthi uSathane uyabusa la, and there are people that walk and ubona ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyabusa la, and I always want to be that person obonakalayo ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyabusa la, because you know ziningi izimo othi uyabheka ubone ukuthi kufanele ngabe mina ade ngashintsha, but ngoba uNkulunkulu ukhona empilweni yami and uNkulunkulu ngiyamthemba kukho konke akwenzayo, ukuthi mekuthi ufike la ngokuzongikhohlisa nokuzongicindezela, uNkulunkulu engimkhulekayo mina, uNkulunkulu engimthandazayo, uNkulunkulu engamfundisa uma wami la ngidabuka khona, lo uNkulunkulu will not disappoint. Awuyise nginedlozi elibi elisheshe limveza umuntu mekuthi uyitshela ukuthi uza ngobuclever, umuntu oyitshela ukuthi uza ngokuthi uzongicindezela noma uzongenzakalisa, you know. And I've come to realize ukuthi akulona idlozi elibi, but idlozi eliphilisayo, because leli idlozi lihamba nesithunywa, and lesi sithunywa lesi singinike izibonakaliso zokuthi zingikhombisa ukuthi no, Tina, we are not going to allow you to be exposed to people and be vulnerable to people ukuthi bangafika benzi noma yenda. This verse, I literally sasonda and I opened it. Ushabalala besanda nokwenza umsebenzi wakhe wenkomo, and he was too tired, we hadn't slept nje, it was nje a lot, and he was too tired to open ivesi le Bible. So what you know, ucela ukuthi ngivule ivesi. As I opened the Bible, boom, la vele Ephesians wavela le verse. Lapho the day before I'd had an incident with iThwasa, and ile Thwasa la kuyokhuluma nomuntu ohlala ngathi uzama ukungidayisa endaweni, you know. And it just like showed me ukuthi no man, this person ufikela ngokuzolashwa, but usefika la usehlangana nezitha zami, you know. And then it started flashing in my mind. Ngiyalifunda le verse, and it speaks about the people that do things, you know, in the night, and the ebumnyameni shall be exposed. And I'm like, no. Njengoba ebanjiwe at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, speaking to an enemy of mine, ngobumnyama, ukhombisa ukuthi no, uNkulunkulu angilahlile. You know, and I think a lot of the times we are so scared of standing up for what is right, and of being alone, and of losing people, that simelana namasimba, to be very honest. Simelana namanyala, you know, and akusungekho kuNkulunkulu lapho, athekhe iqiniso lapho. You know, my mom says it's a level of isibindi that she wishes she had, because ngabe into eziningi zagwemeka, and ngingisho ukuthi she's the reason why ngakwazi ukuba nesibindi, because ngabona ukuthi mawulungile, but you're not gonna allow abantu ohamba nabo ukuthi babuse empilweni yakho bakwazi ukuthi bakukhombise the truth, and then mase sebekukhombisile for you to take action, you're the one that leaves yourself exposed. uNkulunkulu usiza every day. uNkulunkulu usikhanyisela njalo njalo. uNkulunkulu uyasiphakamisa asikhombisa izitha zethu, but we are the problem. We are the ones that don't listen. We are the ones, I've never had a situation whereby ngihambe endaweni uthi umoya engcwele kumina, mntanami ungahambi la, and then mina ngokusa kwami ngihambe lapho akazi ngenzeka izinto hlezi zenzeka, but igama limile ukuthi washo umoya engcwele ukuthi ungahambi la. And all that we did, we'd always get annoyed when our parents say ungayenzi into ethile because imiphumela yayo ayikho right, and wenze ngenkani. You can't say awukhuzwanga. You can't blame everybody. And I think a lot of us also fail in understanding and undertaking responsibility. Asifuna ukuthi sime eqinisweni ukuthi saxwayiswa sakhonjiswa sanikwa ibonakaliso baziveza abadala amadlozi ogogo nomkhulu nezithunywa esihamba nazo ukuthi le ndlela esikuyona ayikho right, ayibuyiseli. uNkulunkulu aziveza ukuthi mntanami ngigadile, but lento oyihambayo akuyona indlela ofanele ukuthi mawunyathela ngayo. Thina, we have those instances in our lives, but we refuse to listen. We wait until the darkest moments when things nje zipetuke kube ma sithi cha uNkulunkulu ngilahlile. Akho uNkulunkulu osilahlile, siphile emhlabeni nje kodwa kuhlezi kunezimo ezisikhombisa ukuthi uNkulunkulu ukhona, kunezimo ezisikhombisa ukuthi umuntu umehlele ubumnyameni azi ukuthi nje lobo budaka lobo ubungcola bakhe nawe ukuthi uzohlala nalowo muntu nawe ubuzokunamathela. We need to come to an age and a stage in our lives whereby we accept responsibilities of all that we do as humans and try to do better, because into ezosibulala thina siphila is that we don't want to accept ukuthi njengoba sizithole kwisimo esithile, it is of our doing, not because it's lahlwa abadala. I've had so many people say kodwa hayi iDlozi lingilahlile, bese ngithi ngicela ungiphe amaphupho akho, bese ngithi ngicela ungiphe ibonakaliso zakho. Wena ngathi kwenzeka into ethile kwenzakalani, what happened, what did you feel, what did you hear, like what was the situation? And each and every single time umuntu asho ukuthi no, but I had a vision like this like the day before, or ngaba nephupho kanje, or ngathi ngenza into ethile kwaba khona umoya othi ungayenzi into ethile. And I'm like, but that is God constantly showing himself in your life. Why fanele sizisilinde ukuthi izinto zenzeke ngendlela enzima ukuze sikwazi ukuthi si-understand ukuthi akufanele sinyathela kanje. Bazalwane, we need to change and alter how we do things, and we need to start accepting ukuthi uNkulunkulu ukhona, iDlozi likhona, isiThunywa sikhona, sasenza impilo zethu. But if we are going to refuse to listen each and every time, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Thina fanele sifunde ukuthi mase kwehlela siguqa sithandaza. It's not our job to play God, but it's our job to walk as people abahamba noNkulunkulu. It's our job to understand and accept ukuthi at the end of the day, noma kuthiwa kwenzakalani, noma kuthiwa ngabamnyama kanjani for now empilweni yami, but ukukhanya kuzovela and kuzosa emnyango. Mhla kusa, be in a position to accept that light, be in a position to accept leso sibusiso naloko kukhanya. Uyayibona? Don't be trying to take things into your own hands and play God with your life, because that's when usufakeke bumnyameni, that's when usuyifaka wena etageni. But wait for God to continuously do what he needs to do empilweni yakho. Kukhona izinto zakho zizokhona ukuthi ihambele indlela, zizokhona ukuthi ibusiseke, zizokhona ukuthi mazivele uthi cha uNkulunkulu ukhona empilweni yakho and uyabusa. I think it's time we honestly come to an understanding of what is the right way to live, so that we are in positions to be examples and be testimonies of what it is and what it's like when you walk in the light of God. Ngiyathemba ukuthi ngiyezwakala, ngiyathemba ukuthi ngenza sense. Asiphinde sihlangane futhi kube kuhle umhlophe. It's just that this video is going to take forever to post and I don't want that. So ngiyangitha ngikhathela, but Please don't forget to subscribe and be members. Please don't forget to follow me on socials. Go Facebook, Marcos Tandi. Go Instagram, Marcos Tandi. Marcos underscore Tandi. More time process. But it's Marcos Tandi. Asihlangane kwama socials. Please also register to be members. There are private videos and clips I'm gonna upload on there. I appreciate you all so much, and don't forget to go to the website. Whatever you wanna order, nogwayi ukhona. Ugwayi wangempela ozophakamisa isimo samoya like you won't even believe. Ozocacisa amaphupho akho ngendlela ongayazi. So please do order that as well. I think the price is 120. Ugwayi lo the size smally, and then the one othe uthi xaxa 250. Yes, I think I was clear. So sizohlangana soon. Kube kuhle kwemhlophe emakhosini.